Haven't talked about this all week actually, and this is Kristen Frith, the one of the partners in the GC Strategies, which was so intimately involved in the Arrive scam or ArriveCan app. He's actually been hauled before the House of Commons in a committee of the whole, and the offices of GC Strategies were searched by the RCMP, but they said it had nothing to do with the ArriveCan. Go figure. I have no idea. But if this is happening, and if their offices are being searched, you watch if these two aren't going to be held out to dry by the Liberal government and the blame for all this. Yeah, they made some money off it, but justice might be coming. So we will see. Major story. Before I forget, though, fire stickers. You can get them in the store. This is one of our favorites. You got to have these. You can put them, well, not everywhere, but within reason. It's a way of explaining how you feel about things today. It's a way of exhibiting, demonstrating your deep frustration with the Trudeau government. We all share that. I'm sure all of you listening today are sharing that. So have a look at this. But the story of the day, and this broke last night on the Globe. Yeah. And this is quite interesting because obviously there's always undercurrents in the Liberal caucus and the Liberal cabinet against Justin Trudeau. This is Liberal history. Liberal tradition is to quietly take the knives out when the leader becomes unpopular, get rid of him, and have a leadership convention very, very shortly thereafter. This is what happened to Jean Chrétien. He didn't want to leave. And Paul Martin engineered his departure literally a couple of years before it happened. And as it came closer to Jean Chrétien leaving, Paul Martin upped the ante and increased pressure, and that's what happened. And that's how they get rid of him. Of course, Paul Martin didn't last very long. But the Liberals think, hey, we'll put a guy like Dominic LeBlanc in there and we'll stay in power for another 4 to 5 years. Yeah, right. We will see. Canadians are not just angry with Trudeau, they're angry with the Trudeau government. Let's have a look at this story briefly, and I'll have to cut the question period.
Dominic LeBlanc is responding to a column in the Globe and Mail that reported he's considering a run to replace Justin Trudeau as leader of the Liberal Party. It was a surprising report because LeBlanc is known as one of the Prime Minister's closest friends and allies, but it was also detailed in laying out that a meeting took place, a decision was taken at that meeting to start the groundwork for a bid to replace the Prime Minister. Today on Parliament Hill, CTV's Jordan Gowling asked the minister if the report was true.
Do you plan to run for Liberal leader?
No, I plan to be a candidate in the next election under Prime Minister Trudeau's leadership. I'm very happy. I'm excited about that. I'm focused on the responsibilities he gave me. It's a big job. I'm enjoying it, and I'm optimistic that our team and the Prime Minister will make the case to Canadians as to why we should be re-elected.
Have you been having discussions, though, about a potential run in the near future?
I've answered that.
Do you think the Prime Minister should resign?
So you are not organizing, sir, correct?
So that's the word, sort of, from Public Safety and Intergovernmental Affairs Minister Dominic LeBlanc. Has he thrown enough cold water on the story to assuage suspicions, or could a Liberal leadership challenge be in the works?
Obviously, a Liberal leadership challenge could be in the works, probably is in the works, because Chrétien's popularity has reached levels where this is necessitated. The Liberal Party is above all in terms of its internal leadership. If in fact not with its external leadership, it's very, shall we say, rational in its assessment of what is possible. And they know they're going to lose the next election under Trudeau. They hope by getting rid of Trudeau, they're going to get rid of all their troubles. I say that's not going to happen because the government itself is too woke, too extremist. There's too many idiots in the cabinet, too many extremists in the cabinet, that just getting rid of Trudeau is not going to be enough. And Dominic LeBlanc, yeah, he comes across sometimes like he's actually thinking, unlike most of the people in the front bench and the second bench who come across like they're just reading a script and couldn't think to save their lives. But no, Dominic LeBlanc is not going to save the Liberal Party from extinction. or at least defeat in the next election. So that is typical. But we're going to go to question period any minute here. I just wanted to, before I forget, I encourage you to read my Human Events column, and it's about how America has become a police state. Well, Canada is not far behind. But the first installment is about how many police forces, how many paramilitary organizations, how many security groups the United States is right now employing. People who can come to your doorstep in full combat gear with assault rifles, arrest you like you are a rapist or a murderer or a terrorist or a drug kingpin. I mean, there are innumerable groups. Well, they're not innumerable, but there's at least a dozen. And the second part of this series will deal with the intelligence agencies in the United States. 18 of them. 18. Count them. How many intelligence agencies does any country need? I mean, this is absolutely outrageous. Here we go to question period.
Top Arrive scammer Christian Firth. The raid is connected to a proposal that Firth's GC
Give it to them, Michael.
sent to the Deputy Prime Minister and her former Chief of Staff, Jeremy Broadhurst. So, what communications did the Deputy Prime Minister and her office have with GC Strategies regarding a proposal that has led to an RCMP raid?
Well, it's got nothing to do with GC Strategies and ad scam or Arrive scam.
Just because my colleague on the other side of the aisle repeats something doesn't necessarily attach it to the facts. The facts, Madam Speaker.
What are the facts with you, Dominic? Are you running?
The RCMP, the one thing that he said is it's entirely factual, is the RCMP are looking into this matter. And that's why I would urge people to be careful before they invent things and ascribe things to what is an ongoing police investigation. Our government has said that people have a responsibility to be judicious with taxpayers' money, and those that aren't will face the consequences.
Is that like your story about not wanting to run against Justin Trudeau?
The two-person basement company GC Strategies received more than $100 million from this NDP government, including $20 million for nothing on Arrive scam. We know of a link between GC Strategies and the Deputy Prime Minister and her office regarding a proposal that has led to an RCMP raid. So, has the Deputy Prime Minister been contacted by the RCMP, and will she fully cooperate with the police investigation?
It's got nothing to do with ArriveCan.
Again, Madam Speaker, my friend on the other side simply asserts a series of things that he knows very well are not accurate and attempts to connect a series of dots that simply can't be connected.
Yeah, that's obvious.
He should stick to the basic facts. The RCMP, following information that was given to them by the Border Services Agency, has decided to look into a series of allegations. They obviously take their work very seriously, and we should allow Canada's National Police Force to do their work and not simply make up stuff in the House of Commons beside the work.
They take their work very seriously if the Trudeau government authorizes them to do that. Thank you for watching this episode of Stand on Guard and being a part of the KRAYDEN'S Right channel. If you've watched this episode to this point, you've watched it all, and that's really important for a small station like this. We always say subscribe, hit the bell, be a part of the KRAYDEN resistance. Resolve to resist. That's what we're doing. And if you become a subscriber, if you're a supporter of this station or a member through Substack, through YouTube, and now you can be a local as well, that's so important to us because I couldn't do this without you. I made a decision to become an independent journalist about a year ago because I wanted to bring all of my experience in the military, in journalism, to you. I don't promise anything I can't deliver. I don't offer clickbait. I offer truth. The truth is out there, and it's my job to bring that truth to light and to you. Thanks for being a part of the KRAYDEN'S Right resistance, and we'll see you again soon. So we are in a very precarious position in this country. We need a political change, but we also need to resolve to resist.